The best way to predict the future is to create it. Time is precious. Time is money. And this is the time for Money Talk on Television Network. Good viewers and welcome to a fresh episode of 18 Business on Atlantic Television Network right here in the city of Port Harcourt. This is the network's medium of bringing the happenings in the economic sector of society to our discerning viewers. This program is aimed at bringing to the doorstep of viewers the business, financial and economic activities from all strata of society. Its deliveries are centered through the various stock exchanges across the world, news about government economic activities, private sector business activities, laced with expert opinions, stakeholders analysis, and correspondent report. First, the headlines. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. And now on to the rest of our stories. In a significant advancement for Nigeria's healthcare sector, the Lagos State government has officially commissioned the OK Disposable Syringe Factory, Nigeria's first facility dedicated to the production of disposable syringes. Established by Transgreen Nigeria Limited, the commissioning of the OK Disposable Syringe Factory marked an important step towards achieving medical self-sufficiency. Orapo appealed to the Lagos State government to support local manufacturers by prioritizing the procurement of Nigerian-made medical products for public health care that are still being faced by local manufacturers in the country, calling for urgent attention. The governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who was represented by his deputy, Dr. Bafemi Hamzat, applauded Transgreen Nigeria for its innovative approach to fostering industrial development and ensuring a supportive business environment for manufacturers. The Minister of State for Industry, John Owan Eno, who was represented by Opaluwa John, highlighted the federal government's commitments to bolstering local medical manufacturing. He announced various incentives aimed at supporting the sector, including increased tariffs on imported syringes, tax reliefs for manufacturers, and import duty waivers on machinery to stimulate domestic production. Despite of the 2025 to 2027 months to produce positive and lasting impacts on the various spheres of economic, social and human development sectors in the state, he said. According to Namadi, the state is making a steady progress in spite of were necessary to prevent financial collapse. We faced serious headwinds when I took over, very challenging times. Nigeria would have been bankrupt if we had not taken the actions that we took, and we had Tunji, Alausa to focus fiscal infrastructure development allocations for 2025 on upgrading, rehabilitating, and renovability sustained. This was one of the most debated issues during the public hearing, where there was a proposed increase in VAT from 7.5% to 15% by 2030. Federal government, through the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has disclosed ongoing efforts to address the high cost of air tickets for both domestic and travel, while also announcing enhancements in airport safety and security. Keyamo disclosed this in his remarks at the ministerial press briefing on Thursday in Abuja. Speaking on the issue, he outlined key factors contributing to exorbitant fares, including limited access to affordable aircraft leasing, trapped funds of foreign airlines, high airport taxes for costly leasing, Cape Town Convention, and the Dublin Conference we are going to. The deals are coming in, so we will see the results then, he said. He said efforts were also ongoing between the government and foreign airlines to address the cost of airfares. KM also exposed how foreign airlines had deliberately inflated ticket prices for Nigeria. If you want to buy international tickets, you will see business class, Z, grade J, different grades, but it's all the same. One can be 2 million cheaper than the other. Those ones, they opened it for countries they knew that once they sold the ticket, they could get their money immediately. But they now open only the high fare for Nigerian passengers since the last 3-4 years, he revealed. According to him, airlines set high ticket prices for Nigerian passengers because they feared currency depreciation would erode the value of their earnings before the Ministry of Finance in Abuja. Edun insisted that the government has a big stake in the private sector's success. Where a company is losing, the taxes will go down. The minister stated that the interactive section was a demonstration of the commitment of the Federal Ministry of Finance to partner with critical stakeholders at various levels in driving sustainable economic growth and the private sector. According to him, collaboration is also needed between the executive and the legislative arms forces. We are at that optimization stage where there is less focus on borrowing, particularly from the commercial markets, which are quite high. There is a focus on optimizing assets and crowding private sector investment, whether domestic or foreign. That is the collaboration I keep referring to. I am confident that through our collective resolve, using macroeconomic tools, we can chart a course that will lift our people out of poverty. Edun highlighted the negativity this has on the debt burden of the country, saying we need timely data that we can put out. We have the Office of Accountant General on the output in figures for revenue is the same as the one that the Central Bank of Nigeria puts out, is the same as the one that the Bureau of Statistics puts out. This will help us to earn and achieve better credit ratings, lower interest rates, lower debt service, more money for spending on our infrastructure. As part of activities to mark the 2025 International Women's Month, United Bank for Africa (UBA PLC) held the quarterly edition of its business series event, where female leaders from diverse industries shared personal insights on overcoming systemic challenges, driving change, and redefining success. Inclusive opportunities and systemic transformation. In her submission, Iyalandu reflected on the powerful role women play in shaping the future, emphasizing the importance of education and opportunity. The hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world. Empowering a woman has a ripple effect on her household, her family's health, and the community. My call today is for everyone to believe in the opportunity to transform a girl. Reports had disclosed that a section of the refinery, precisely a 204,000 barrels of gasoline per day unit, would be shut for 30 days for maintenance. The reports allege that the shutdown has been scheduled to tentatively begin is part of the foundation's response to the current economic challenges facing the nation. The distribution of 1 million bags of 10 kilogram rice to the poor and most vulnerable Nigerians across the 774 local councils is in line with core values of the foundation. We are collaborating with states to ensure the food reaches the most vulnerable individuals. Items include 444 parcels of cannabis sativa marijuana, 181 packs of tramadol, 600 bottles of codeine syrup, 100 milligram each, 240 kegs of petroleum motor spirits PMS, 1,809 bags of foreign parboiled rice, 50 kg each, 17 sacks of used shoes, 50 time the WCS is hosted in the United Arab Emirates with the first in 2017. Divisional Senior Vice Badr Abba said, with strategic location and world-class logistics infrastructure, the ATA World Cargo Symposium. As this year's host airlines, Emirates Sky Cargo is set to showcase its expanding capabilities and commitments, trying to get any type of insight as to when the Fed will be comfortable enough to implement their next rate cuts, said Dominic Papalado, Chief Multi-Asset Strategist at Morningstar Wealth. I don't think the onslaught of headlines and new policies coming from the White House is going to stop anytime soon. The Fed's latest monetary policy meeting comes as Wall Street is increasingly about an economic slowdown, with concerns exacerbated by Trump wrapping up his tariff war.